My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
We're at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Wednesday, the 22nd of March, and it is a 7-race program, which means that race 1 is the first leg of the bipot, as well as being the first leg of the place accumulator. I'm joined in the preview show studio by Rahil Radhakrishna. Rahil, how are you doing?
Oh, good, thanks to yourself, Graham. It's weird to be sitting across you now. Normally we do it on the lines, but yeah, good to have you in the province and good to be doing the show with you.
Yeah, sporadic visits to KwaZulu-Natal, and always a pleasure to be in the studio, not only the preview show studio, but also the Gallop TV studio. Right, let's get the show underway with race 1, which is a maiden juvenile plate over 1,100 meters. Now, Rahil, there's very little form to work on. The early betting has number 1, Mickey's Bomb, trained by Fani Bronkhorst and to be ridden by Marco van Rensburg as the favorite at 5-2. Now, that ran 4th behind Lucky Lad on debut. Now, we're recording the show on Tuesday morning, so we're recording the show ahead of the race meeting at Turfentine on the 21st. And there's a horse that comes out of that form line, number 4, Max the Magician, who in fact ran 3rd, well in front of Mickey's Bomb, running in the first race. So you need to keep an eye on the first race at Turfentine on Tuesday, the 21st of March, to see how that goes, to see whether this form line is going to stand up. The only other one that's got a bit of form, I guess, is number 12, Errol's Legacy, and possibly number 8, Jury's Out. But I really do quite like the pedigree for number 7, Star Performer. And then, before I get your comment, I think number 5, B52, is going to improve a great deal and could surprise. Was backed on debut, ran disappointingly. And the stable companion, number 6, Plaza, called also a first-timer, has a nice pedigree. Not an easy start to the day.
Certainly not, Graham, and we have to keep a close eye on that form line, as you mentioned. Star Performer, the horse that has found a bit of early support, 9-2 into 33-10 in the market from the guard puller yard, so certainly a horse to keep an eye on. Jury's Out. The positive is that Keegan DeMello does get aboard, but I'm not convinced that the 1100, the drop-in trip, could be to his liking, so I'd prefer it to see him over 12, if not 14, but he's a horse that has had that first run under the belt, and keep a close eye on him in the parade ring, because on debut he got quite coltish and he was a bit above himself, so he's a horse to keep a very close eye on in the preliminaries as well as he does go down to the start. And then you mentioned Errol's Legacy. We'll see if the filly does take a place. She obviously ran on Sunday. And then there's a few other horses here, the likes of Bomber Stream, Lancaster Bomber doing extremely well at the moment in his first season, and then B52. I know chatting to Mark Naidu, he did mention that he expected a lot better from this horse on debut, and he ran very, very disappointing. But we must remember that the conditions on that day weren't great at all. And the horse that ran from Michael Roberts yard, the name escapes me now, did improve. Second time of asking, and so B52 can certainly improve. But as you mentioned, very difficult start.
Yeah, I think that possibly both of Peter Muscat's horses are alive. The first time Plaza Record and number 5 B52. But I'm glad that there is money now coming for number 7 Star Performer, because it doesn't have to be too good to win. Cost a R500,000 as a yearling. He's got a superb pedigree by what went out of Esterel. Atiem Goodlow and Garth Puller have been in tremendous form, and I'm sure that, owned by David Ferraris in Hong Kong in partnership with Mr. Huey, they would want it to run a forward race first time out. I don't think Garth would be running it if it had absolutely no chance of landing the spoils here. So a difficult start to the card. It is the first leg of the bipod. It is the first leg of the place accumulator. My standard advice, you've got the advantage now for both the bipod and the place accumulator of seeing these horses in the ring, seeing them go to the start, watch the very latest betting moves. As we sit here on the Tuesday morning, I'm going to select number 7 Star Performer to make a winning debut, but obviously one can't be confident. I think all of numbers 1, 6, 7, 8 and 12, with possible improvement from number 5 B52, they need to be considered. Tricky start to the day's racing.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together. And to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible it's fantastic for everyone.